I would have told you as we stood in victory lane at Chicago that you would be standing here, 4 Cup Series wins on the season, a new contract in hand, would you have believed me?
No, but that's the stuff you dream about, right? I'm just a very lucky guy to get to drive for an amazing bunch of people and just execute. Man, the day just went flawlessly, and I can't believe it. Really enjoyed it, and thanks again, everyone.
Shane Van Gisbergen came into NASCAR and immediately turned heads. In just one season, he accomplished things no rookie was expected to do. At first, barely anyone knew his name. Now you can't escape the buzz around him. He didn't just compete with top-tier drivers, he beat them. He shattered expectations and even a few records along the way. So how did he rise so fast? What really happened? This is a story full of surprises. His NASCAR journey began with a bang, a historic win in Mexico City. This wasn't just any race. It was NASCAR's first points-paying event outside the United States in over 6 decades. All eyes were on the track that day. And Shane. He didn't flinch. He took control, stayed calm under pressure, and crossed the finish line first. That victory alone was enough to push him into the playoff picture and instantly made him someone the sport couldn't ignore. Off turn 15, NASCAR history being made. Racing in Mexico City, and the first name on the trophy is Shane Van Gisbergen. That win wasn't just important, it was symbolic. For NASCAR to return to international racing after so long, and for a New Zealand driver to win it, it sent a message. Shane wasn't here just to participate. He was here to make his mark, and he didn't stop there. Next came Chicago, a weekend that felt like a movie. Shane dominated in both the Xfinity Series and the Cup Series, pulling off a rare double win that reminded fans of some of the greats. Winning once at a new track is impressive. Winning twice in 2 different series back-to-back, that takes serious talent. This wasn't a fluke, it was a pattern. He had sharp instincts, laser focus, and a driving style that blended aggression with control. He didn't just race, he attacked, but with purpose. At Sonoma, he started from the pole and never looked back. Another road course, another win. At this point, the conversation around him shifted. He wasn't just a good rookie. People were beginning to call him the best road course racer in the field. And then, Watkins Glen, yet another road course, yet another win. That made 4 road course victories in a single season. As a rookie, no one had ever done that before. The records were falling, and Shane made it look almost effortless. Behind the wheel, though, it was anything but easy. Each corner, each lap demanded precision. These were technical tracks, unforgiving and complex. And yet, Shane thrived. Racing legend Marcus Ambrose, another driver from down under, had once encouraged Shane to try NASCAR. Now Shane was living up to that advice, and then some. SVG does it again. Redemption at Watkins Glen. These wins weren't just about raw speed, they were about control, tire management, track awareness, and making the right moves at the right time. Shane showed maturity beyond his experience. He could outthink as well as outrace his competition. But while dominating road courses was impressive, NASCAR isn't built entirely on twisty circuits. The majority of the schedule is on ovals, high-speed tracks where drivers are inches apart, turning left lap after lap, managing draft, airflow, and tire wear in a completely different way. And that's where Shane struggled early on. On ovals, everything changed. He didn't have the same comfort level. He crashed at Phoenix. He ran into trouble at Las Vegas. At Bristol, mechanical issues held him back. The learning curve was steep. These tracks require constant adjustment mentally and physically, and mistakes get punished fast. Side by side through the corner, Shane might have let it go just a bit there. And then, contact. Van Gisbergen around, into the wall. But Shane didn't quit. He adapted. He studied. He pored over data, watched hours of footage, and worked closely with his team to improve. His crew said he asked more questions than most drivers they'd worked with. He was a sponge, soaking up every bit of information. Despite the early stumbles, Shane was racking up valuable points. NASCAR rewards not just race wins, but stage wins and playoff points. And Shane had collected 22 of those bonus points. For a rookie, that's a massive number. It gave him a solid cushion heading into the postseason and proved that even with some bad races, his performance overall had been exceptional. Other drivers started to take notice. Kevin Harvick praised Shane's race IQ and said he wouldn't be surprised if Shane made it through the first round of playoffs, even if his oval results were only average. Kyle Larson said something even bolder, that if Shane could master ovals, he could become one of the most dangerous drivers in the sport. And from team owner Justin Marks, nothing but confidence. He called Shane the best road course driver he's ever seen. Shane, though, stayed grounded. In an interview with Dale Earnhardt Jr., he admitted he still had a long way to go. He said he could feel himself getting better with each race, and that progress was what motivated him more than anything else. One of his strongest oval performances came at Richmond. He ran just outside the top 10 most of the race and looked poised for a breakout finish. A late caution threw him back to 14th, but it was still a sign of clear improvement. He was learning how to manage long green flag runs, how to preserve tires, and how to handle restarts, all things that make or break you on ovals. Fans began asking new questions. Can Shane win on an oval? Can he go deep into the playoffs? Could this rookie, this road course specialist, pull off something truly historic? The playoffs aren't easy. The first round is all ovals. Darlington, Kansas, Bristol, each one a test of patience and strategy. But if Shane can stay clean, avoid wrecks, and survive the chaos, there's a very real chance he could advance. And later in the playoffs, another road course awaits, potentially a game changer for his championship hopes. Statistically, his oval performance is trending upward. His average finish is around 27th, but that includes early season mistakes. Lately, he's been running closer to the top 15, a sign that he's closing the gap. Behind the scenes, the work hasn't stopped. The team goes over every detail: telemetry, throttle traces, braking zones, and Shane absorbs it all. He doesn't just want to race, he wants to understand the car, the track, and the psychology of the drivers around him. That's rare, that's dangerous, in a good way. People in the garage are watching closely. Some even admit they don't like seeing Shane behind them late in a race. That's the kind of respect few rookies get. He's earned it. And it's not just about the racing. Shane genuinely loves being here. He says going to the shop on Monday doesn't feel like work. It feels like home. He enjoys reviewing the races, talking strategy, and finding ways to improve. He's not just showing up, he's invested in every part of this journey. His commitment hasn't gone unnoticed. Trackhouse Racing recently signed him to a long-term deal, securing his spot in the series for years to come. That tells you everything you need to know. They believe in him. They see something special. Now comes the toughest stretch, the playoffs. Every race matters. Every lap could decide a championship. Shane has the momentum, the mindset, and the support to do something big. If he can deliver at Darlington, near a notoriously difficult oval, that could be a turning point. From there, anything is possible. A deep playoff run, a rookie road course win in the postseason, a statement that Shane Van Gisbergen isn't just a specialist, but a future title contender. At the start of the year, most fans couldn't pronounce his name. Now, he's one of the most talked about drivers in the sport. What he's done in his rookie season isn't just impressive, it's historic. Whether he wins the title or not, one thing is clear: Shane has arrived.